Let's do
On
this
March
shit, chat.
5th,
Let's do it.
2023, gunfire broke out in Athens, Georgia. At an intersection in the Five Points area, a car with 5 young men was stopped at a red light when a white Honda Accord pulled up and opened fire. A shooting between
It
the
better
two
have been a
vehicles
stolen
followed,
too.
with multiple rounds fired in a residential street. When it ended, 24-year-old Giovanni McDavid was critically injured behind the wheel. As investigators looked into the case, they found something unexpected.
Damn. Young niggas done got a old nigga.
Central gunshot to the head, Northview Drive. I need EMS 1019. Hey, can you hear me? Sir. He still has a
got
pulse.
his ass.
Sir, stay with me. Stay with me.
They had a shootout. I bet you anything, bro. This old ass nigga right here done did some weird ass shit towards these little niggas. Or these little niggas just wanted to be slimy and he wasn't going for it. One of the two.
He's still 15's out with me. I'm in front of 230.
You'll deal with him.
Huh?
Does he have a...
Here, go help them. He's still got a pulse. It's still solid.
There's a scale in that pocket
So,
right there.
if we get a picture of the gun, and then do a zoomed out picture here with his body.
Okay. Okay. Huh?
I wonder how many pictures like police officers got with like bodies in their phone or like random ass guns or gunshot wounds or nigga bones sticking out his body. Like I wonder how many like horrific photos police officers got
Exit
on their
in the
phone.
back.
Exit in the back. What's your name, sir?
There's a name on the back of that visa. It's Giovanni.
All right.
The shooter is still outstanding, so we have our guys.
During the gunfire exchange, Giovanni McDavid was shot and taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition, where he later died.
Damn.
Investigators later found that the fatal shot did not come from the attackers. Evidence showed members of the Everybody Killa, known as EBK, fired at a vehicle linked to the Red Tape Gang, or RTG, and McDavid was likely struck by a bullet fired from inside his own vehicle, resulting in a tragic friendly fire death.
Damn.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Bruh.
Meet Base
If y'all don't know nothing about the EBK shit and that RGK shit or whatever that shit called, bro, that shit going on in Atlanta. Like, that shit bad over there for real. I ain't gonna lie. That shit like over, but it's like 63rd. You feel me? It's like them niggas or whatever the fuck that shit go. Hey, that's some crazy ass shit, bro. Your own homeboy done shot you, bro. And that's why I always tell niggas, bro. You ain't got no aim, bro. You don't need to be in no drive-bys. You don't need to be doing shit. You don't need to have multiple people. First of all, why we got multiple people inside the car anyway? That's automatic dumb right there. You should not have multiple people inside of a car whenever you doing motherfucking shootings. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't happen. Because niggas is weird and niggas like to go tell, doing all the extra shit. Bro, whenever you doing a shooting, bro, do that shit on your own or with one partner. One partner is an exception, bro. You don't need everybody in the whole gang doing that shit, bro. Oh, God. That's how niggas get fucked up.
Can they say they found some guns at the house when they came there?
That was the Brill and Malik gun.
Okay. See, I talk.
They took it for investigating.
Brill and Malik gun? Y'all took Brill and Malik gun?
Yeah, just because we. Oh, well, I don't know. I was here talking to you, but
yeah.
If we find a gun, we'll take it. If we test it and it turns out not to be involved, we'll return it.
And they trying to say, like, I've been cooperating. I told them, like, I was in the car and shit like that. But, like, I told them straight up, I ain't do that. They said they need somebody to prove that. So they trying to say who the other two in the car and shit like that.
As investigators continued building their case, they uncovered additional statements from people close to the suspects. Glendarius Tate's sister later confirmed that Tate had been carrying a gun on the night of the shooting. Her statement helped place Tate among the armed occupants of the white Honda involved in the attack.
So his own sister got him fucked up. That's exactly why I tell y'all, bro. Have a story and don't have multiple people with y'all because this shit right here happens. Families get involved in some more. Bro, his own family told on him, bro. On his own
For
family.
detectives, it was another piece of evidence confirming that multiple members of the Everybody Killer gang were armed and actively participating in the gunfight.
So I'll tell you what we got here. So we have
This nigga got the McDonald's.
arrest
He
warrant.
finna cooperate. He finna cooperate. They done got this nigga McDonald's and some old. This nigga, hey, this nigga eating good. So he over there eating good. He like, yep, I'm finna tell it all. Like, hey, I would not be surprised if he told it all, man. He even got a stuffed animal right here.
For you. For the charges of aggravated assault and felony.
That's a stuffed animal, guy.
And so that's what we want to come down and talk to you about. We want to come down and, number one, explain what those charges mean. That aggravated assault means that when somebody puts somebody in fear of a dangerous or a violent injury, that's aggravated assault, such as saying, I'm going to shoot you, such as shooting at somebody, actually shooting somebody, stabbing them, something like that. So that's aggravated assault. Then felony murder is when somebody dies as a result of that aggravated assault. And so what we're looking at is an incident where somebody died because of a aggravated assault. And so that's what your warrants are for. And so we wanted to come down and talk to you about what
he just look like he be
really just how that occurred, how that transpired, to get your side of the story, because everybody's got a side of the story where somebody has.
One thing I want to say this, bro. I don't mean this no offense to my hood niggas out there, bro. Y'all niggas do y'all. But majority of the niggas that be hood niggas just look dirty. Unless they got money for real, bro. They just look dirty. They just look all fucked up. They always got a mean mug. And this is always one of them niggas. And this just be like, ugh, nigga, why the fuck do you look like that? Like, nigga, you look like death. Just look at him. Just look at this nigga. Take a good look at bro. Nigga don't look like he here. Nigga look like a damn ghost.
You know, there's way more to it than, people just on the outside can see. And so what we've got is a situation where we have obtained those warrants based on one side of the story. We want to get your side of the story and see what you got to say to it, and then we can answer any questions you may have.
I don't know nothing about the murder.
Okay, so I guess you want to talk to us about it all?
About what?
About the murder and the charges?
And nothing to say. Shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're.
I was at home.
Well, how do you know what day it was even? Well, I'll tell you what. You want to talk to us about all that, then we can answer questions that you got.
I need a lawyer. I want a lawyer. I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, so the way this will work is, I don't know exactly how they work here, but they're going to take you wherever you got to go as based upon your age. At some point in the future, the Clark County Sheriff will come down here, pick you up, bring you back to Athens.
How long they gonna be?
I have no idea.
When investigators attempted to question Gazedrick Faust, the situation quickly changed. At the time of the investigation, Faust was just 16 years old. During questioning, he invoked his right to an attorney and refused to speak with detectives without legal representation. Investigators also learned that Faust was not in town at the time they were attempting to locate him, which temporarily delayed efforts to question him about the shooting.
So who was driving your car last night?
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, your car is seen at a last night on video.
Yeah, but the shooting happened on a whole nother street.
Yeah? Where at?
I don't know, because it was around the corner.
It was around the corner from you?
Yeah.
From Myron's house?
No, when we were driving, as soon as I turned on millage, we started getting shooting. I straight up.
He was involved. Look at him. Look at his eyes. He ain't looking detectives in the eyes and nothing like that. See, if I was a detective, I'd look for shit like this. When a motherfucker not looking you in your eyes, when a motherfucker keep wandering, looking around, they stopping and starting sentences, but they trying to put shit together, bruh, you lying. Alright, you just said you was driving your car, but whenever they say your car was involved in the shooting, he said, yeah, but we was on the other side. That don't matter. Your car was still involved inside the shooting. So what you saying is you basically just told on yourself by saying, I was driving my car. You should have said, no, I was at home. I was at home. You could at least try to say the car was stolen or something. You could have reported your car stolen this morning and said that it was stolen, parked it somewhere like an abandoned parking garage or something, and said that it was stolen or something. Nigga, you didn't do none of that.
And got back on the front street of Millage.
And why would you do it inside your actually car? Like, your actual car. Like, why would you do this inside your actual car? The vehicle that you drive every single day. Vroom, 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 every single day. You supposed to go get it stolo. Y'all niggas is stupid, man.
Still happening when I'm driving off.
Why was someone hanging out of your car with a rifle?
Nobody hanging out of my car with a rifle.
We have it on video, man. I see someone hanging out of your passenger window, your front passenger window with a rifle. And they blasted off from your vehicle at least 30 rounds.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened.
Really? Okay.
That didn't happen. Nobody didn't shoot because it went on our street.
Okay. So your story already doesn't make sense.
How? The shooting happened on a whole other street. You still hear the shooting when we driving.
I mentioned that there was a shooting last night, and then you already knew where it happened.
Because the girl got on live saying my name. Everybody called.
Your story ain't adding up, my boy. Your story all over the place. This, bruh, have a story in place whenever you go do these types of crimes. Have you an alibi, have you a story, and have you a whole thing planned out so that way this right here can't place you at no fucking crime scene. On top of that, bro, don't bring your phone with you. Don't do it inside your actual car. If you do it with a gun, bro, go get another gun, go steal one, go do something like that, and then after that, toss that motherfucker somewhere, bro. Do not do that shit with your personal gun. Get something that is for you to do that shit with. A ghost gun or something, bro. But why is y'all, like, think, bro. Think. That's why you niggas end up in jail. You niggas are stupid.
Me this morning, talking about why she on live saying.
What girl?
I don't know the girl. I don't even follow her. She got on Instagram live saying.
Then how you know she was on Instagram live if you don't even follow her?
So someone was saying you did it.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Why would they say that?
Because the folks who party with us don't like us.
They don't like you?
They don't. Yeah.
What do you mean us?
They don't like people from uptown.
EBK?
No, he told on himself. He said, oh, damn, me. Street niggas is so dumb, bro.
That side of town, I live with this side of town.
Yeah, that party was a RTG party.
No, that was Little Darius them. That's the same group party. What are you talking about?
Okay. So people there aren't RTG.
I don't know. We didn't know where the party was.
Okay.
We thought it was a college party.
What the fuck is
couldn't even find it.
RTG?
As soon as we turned past the little UJ practice field, folks started.
Who was in the car with you?
Wasn't nobody with me.
You were just driving by yourself?
Yeah, I was in the car with myself.
Why do you keep saying we, though?
I said folks don't like us.
No. When you were talking about turning and driving around, you said we.
I didn't say no we.
Okay.
I didn't mean to. I meant to say I. Because my partner just went with a girl. Okay. Nobody let off no rounds from our car.
Sure. Okay. So when we do a search warrant on the car, are we going to locate any shell casings inside of it?
No.
No? And the other car that we just brought in, that other white car that you saw in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Why were you shocked to see it?
I wasn't. Who said I was shocked? I thought it was my car. I kept looking at the car trying to see if it was mine. And I didn't see no dice right there. Called thinking like, why they taking my mom's car?
Yeah, no, we've got your mom's car because your car was clearly seen on video going to where the shooting was and driving away from it. And people are shooting from that car.
Thing with the gun residue stuff is it is not a voluntary thing. It's because it's perishable. We got to go ahead and do it. It's just sticky magnets, so it's a painless process. But yeah, it's not really like a yes or no kind of thing. We're going to go ahead and do a gunshot residue kit on it.
Technically, the evidence can be lost.
Small business owner, let your bill pay work for your business. Pay your business bills with your credit.
Yeah, I ain't got no choice.
All I'm going to do is rub this on your hands.
Detectives executed a search.
So now, I hope this nigga went home and soaked himself inside some bleach. I hope he went home and soaked himself inside some bleach. Alright. Yeah, it's going to jail. You're guilty as charged, my boy. You're supposed to go home after any crime that you do. Go home, soak yourself inside some bleach. Put your hands up in the, make sure your hands good or some more. If not, all that residue, all that gun residue is on your hands still. It don't matter how many times you wash your hands, that gun residue is still on your hands. You gotta soak your whole body because if you fire off a gun, gunpowder goes everywhere. Gunpowder makes the gun residue. The gun residue is gonna be on your hands if you shoot a gun. Any time you shoot a gun, bro, there's going to be gun residue on your hands, no matter what.
Search warrant at the home of Anthony Brown. Inside the residence, officers recovered a 9mm handgun believed to be connected to the ballistic testing later showed that the weapon matched shell casings recovered from the crime scene, directly linking Brown to the gunfire that night. For investigators, the discovery was a critical piece of evidence tying one of the Everybody Killer members to the deadly shootout.
We can leave and we can come back and we can talk about it, but we need to hear your side of the story.
All I'm saying is, I didn't kill no one.
Okay, and that's a fair,
I didn't shoot a gun.
fair statement.
None of that.
But what we're looking for is,
if y'all know this much, y'all know I didn't shoot.
well, I mean, we don't know exactly what happened in that car. I mean,
If you know what y'all know, some folks lie to cover up themselves or
sure, yeah.
or
I mean, they have reasons.
or they lie just because they like lying.
Yeah. Well, think about this: when you were a kid, and your mom called.
See, me personally, bro, if I was a street nigga, which I'm not, I don't want to be a street nigga. I think that shit is dumb. I'm just very, very smart and very intelligent. I would go up in there and I would tell them, bro, if you got evidence, go ahead and arrest me, bro. If not, let me go. Simple as that. If not, I want a lawyer. I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't want to do all the other shit, bro. Go ahead and let me get up out of here because clearly y'all ain't got enough evidence y'all need to put somebody in jail or else, nigga, I'd be arrested right now. Simple as that. And that's right.
You know, eating cookies before dinner, for instance. Yeah. And your mom says, you aren't supposed to be eating cookies. And you say, I wouldn't eat cookies. And she says, well, there's cookie crumbs on your shirt. You know, that's one way of doing it. But if you say, all right, Mom, you caught me, I won't do it again, she'll say, fine, don't do it again. You see what I'm saying? There's kind of a difference when people lie to you when the facts are just sitting right there staring at your face. So you're kind of in that same situation that when this comes to court, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say to the jury, the prosecutor's going to ask, what did Mr. Appling tell you? And I will say, Mr. Appling sat in that room, we talked for a while, we eventually got to the truth. He was a forthcoming, honest guy, he told me exactly what happened, because he's
But he
showing some
can't
true
tell you what
remorse,
happened,
and
bro.
he's
That's
showing
against street
that
code.
He has
He tell you what happened, bro. He got a lot of targets on his back.
mindset and the character to do what's right. Or I could say, he told me he didn't know what was going on, that he didn't know anything, that whatever. And all I can assume is that he's not being truthful. And and the jury will look at that
If
the
I
same
help
way.
y'all out with Montana murder, demon murder, and this murder, can I go home?
I mean, we can't let you go home, but that is something that you can always have a discussion with the prosecutor with. But I think what we need is kind of we gotta.
You need to be honest with us.
Yeah.
If you're not honest with this, all right, we can't trust what else you have to tell us. Does that make sense?
I need to deal like Goose. I read that paperwork. I seen your name.
Mm-hmm.
I need to deal like Goose.
Was good? Was a pretty good deal?
Nah, I want to talk
Hey, that
to him.
nigga,
Okay.
that nigga said I need a deal like El Chapo, man. That nigga said I need a deal like Paul Guzman. If y'all don't know who that is, that's El Chapo. Go do your research, my boy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'll come back and talk to you if you want, all right?
These members of the Everybody Killer gang, now in prison, convicted of voluntary manslaughter in the deadly shooting of Giovanni McDavid, a red tape gang member.
In the end, prosecutors charged the suspects with multiple felonies.
And that's something else I don't understand, bro, is why do police care about gang members killing gang members if in the long run what they trying to do is get these gang members off the streets? I've never understood. If these people ain't out here killing regular civilians and regular people, bro, I just don't feel like we should really care about us killing gang members. And when I say us, I say these people, cause they helping y'all out. They making y'all job easier. These are less people that y'all gotta look for. These are less gang members in the area. You feel me? Let these folks do that. Simple. It's less shit that y'all gotta look for and do and all that. But it's unjustified though. That's not right. But whenever these people do this shit, bro, y'all come in guns blazing and some more. Whenever this shit goes on and they kill one of y'all, then it's, oh, this right here was a bad person. But when somebody else goes and kills them for y'all, and just to prevent all that, it's, oh, we can't have this. It's too much going on out here. But ultimately, y'all trying to catch all the gang members and put them in jail. What the fuck? That shit don't make no sense. That being said, though, bro, it's your boy Emery, and I'm gone. Peace.